You are listening to PastThink.com audiobook. Please like and subscribe, thank you. Chapter 103. Sima Yi is trapped by Kong Ming in Gourd Valley, but is saved by rain. Kong Ming seeks to know from his star how long he has to live. Sima Yi escapes, but only by throwing his golden helmet down to distract his pursuers. The captured Wei grain convoy yields vast quantities of grain. Then news comes of the invasion of Wei by the Wu. However, the initial invasion led by Zhuge Jin is a failure, and costs the Wu many men. Lu Sun tries to devise strategies to defeat the Wei, but his plans all fall, through subterfuge, into the hands of the enemy. Despite his highest hopes, Lu Sun has to concede that he cannot advance, and so the entire Wu army withdraws, abandoning the Shu army to its fate. Kong Ming is on his own again. Expecting to stay in the Qishan Mountains for a long time, Kong Ming has his men join with the locals and plant crops, which are to be shared equally. Meanwhile, Sima Yi's son Sima Shi is chafing at the bit to have a go, but his father quotes the holy sage, getting upset about minor issues ruins the greater plan. But reports keep coming in of the Shu troops digging in and settling down, which greatly alarm the Wei commanders. They capture various groups of Shu soldiers and from them seek to understand what Kong Ming is up to but are none the wiser, exactly as Kong Ming intends. So Sima Yi and his two sons decide to attack in order to try to disrupt whatever it is that Kong Ming is doing. His plan is to lure Sima Yi and his two sons into a narrow-necked valley, and then trap them with fire, and he very nearly succeeds. Charging into the valley, enticed by the possibility of catching a fleeing Wei Yan, Sima Yi and his two sons at first suspect nothing, for the valley is empty. Then Sima Yi sees huts on the hillside, and realizes the risk they are running. But it is too late. He and his men are trapped when flaming torches are hurled down onto vast stores of inflammable materials, and the whole valley erupts in flames. Arrows rain down from the Shu troops on the ridges of the valley. Mines buried in the ground explode in the valley floor. Convinced that he and his sons are about to die, Sima Yi hugs them and prepares to meet his fate. But at that exact moment a dark cloud appears, and torrential rain pours down. Within minutes all the fires have been put out. Charging out, they meet other contingents of the Wei army, and together are able to drive back the attack of the Shu army on their camp. Kong Ming sighs when he sees Sima Yi and his sons escape thanks to the rain. Man schemes, but heaven decides, he says. There is no way to make things go against that. Desperate to make the Wei troops come out to fight again, Kong Ming even sends a woman's headdress and a shroud to mock and insult Sima Yi, but this doesn't draw him out. Instead, the messenger is questioned by Sima Yi about the habits of Kong Ming. He rises early and works late into the night, says the messenger. He oversees all the details, including punishments, and eats almost nothing. This heartens Sima Yi, who tells his officers that such a lifestyle means Kong Ming cannot last much longer. His own officers try to encourage Kong Ming to lighten his workload, but they cannot move him. However, such questioning disturbs Kong Ming's equilibrium, and his refusal to pay any attention makes his officers give up trying to help. Sima Yi is also having trouble with his commanders, who want to attack, whereas Sima Yi is holding the defensive position. He even has to ask Chao Rui to confirm the order that there is to be no attack, so as to keep his officers in line. When news reaches Kong Ming of the defeat and retreat of the Wu army, he collapses. As his officers help him up, he mutters, "This old problem. Perhaps my end is near." Late that night he staggers out to study the stars, and then tells Jiang Wei that he has but a few days to live because the stars show that his end is near. Jiang Wei beseeches him to try magic to prolong his life, and he agrees. It is the late summer of AD 234, and a great ritual site is set up for Kong Ming to commune with his guiding star. But the next day after the ritual, he is weaker, and blood comes from his mouth. Sima Yi sees in the stars that Kong Ming is failing and immediately orders an attack. As Kong Ming is praying with a ritual lamp burning bright, sign of his life energy, Wei Yan rushes in to announce that the Wei army is advancing to the attack. So hasty and clumsy is he that he knocks over the lamp, and it goes out. Then Kong Ming knows his time is drawing to a close. It's not possible to avoid one's fate, he says. Wei Yan falls to the ground, begging forgiveness, and Jiang Wei is so furious he draws his sword, but Kong Ming commands him to put it away. No amount of care can help you avoid your destiny. Nor is it possible to fight fate. So what will happen now? Read on.